The 5 keys to being a confident woman. I'm Amy Colombo, an emotional mastery coach, a board certified nurse coach, and a single mother to 3 boys living here in New Jersey. I am a confidence coach and emotional mastery coach, and I am helping women and have been helping women for the past 4 years to create true, real inner confidence from the inside out. It is a deeper process, and I can't wait to get into this with you today. So let me know from 1 to 10 how you would rate your self-confidence, with 10 being like 10 out of 10, yes, I am super duper confident, and 1 being like really low on the totem pole. So just let me know where you're at. And these are the 5 keys to being an empowered, confident woman. Empowerment is a journey of self-discovery, self-responsibility, intentional living, continuous growth, and emotional mastery and intelligence. Those are the 5 keys to a confident woman. When you embody these 5 key elements, you unlock the door to a life that's not only confident and fulfilling, but deeply aligned with who you truly are, beyond what the world and what everything you've ever learned expects of you. You are worthy, not because of what you do or how much you manage, even though I know it's a lot, but simply because of who you are. Confidence is not a performance. It's who you're becoming. Committing to lifelong self-love and growth is one of the most generous decisions you can make for yourself and everyone else around you. Because let's be real, whether or not anyone says it, I already know that you're the one holding it all together at home, at work, for your extended family and friends, even for your boss. You're carrying the emotional, mental, and managerial load for your entire family. But just imagine for a moment, and I want you to pause here. What if you poured into you even half of what you pour into everyone else? Just imagine. What if you prioritized you the way you do your children? What could be possible if you took care of you in that kind of a way? Confidence is having your own back through any emotion, through whatever you pursue. Confidence is not a performance. It's not a feeling. It is being your most authentic, true self and having your back, knowing from your history, from who you are in this moment, that you can handle the emotional outcome of whatever it is that you pursue. Wouldn't everyone benefit from a you who's more fulfilled, grounded, and less stressed and resentful? My intention for you today is to walk away empowered with the knowing that every time you choose you, you're creating a ripple effect that changes not only your life, but your world. And that means your family, your children, your clients, your friends. You are enough. You are doing your best. And you're only one decision away from the life that you really want. And that choice is always going to be you. Whenever any woman comes on a consult call with me, I know one thing. Undoubtedly, when she says yes to herself, that she's only winning and she cannot lose. Because investing in yourself, saying yes to yourself, choosing yourself is the best choice that you can ever make. It's the only investment that you can never lose on, because you're with you from birth to death. And your entire life is evolving and growing and becoming more confident, courageous, grounded, centered, self-loving woman is only going to benefit you in the long run. So step number 1, rewriting your story. Every woman carries a story. Step number 1 on the journey to becoming a confident woman is understanding that story, going back through the lens of non-judgment, of love, of compassion, and putting those puzzle pieces together. Empowerment begins with examining your story, the good, the bad, and the ugly, objectively, with non-judgment. Embracing self-discovery Understanding your past helps you to reclaim your power in the present, thereby changing your future. Releasing over responsibility. How many of you are taking responsibility for other people's thoughts, other people's feelings, other people's perceptions of you? Stop carrying what isn't yours and what never was yours in the first place. Understanding how you learn that is vital to this process of letting that go. What part of your story is ready to be viewed with compassion and forgiveness? Become the detective of your own life. Dig deep. Let go of the shame, the blame, and the resentment you've been holding in the shadows. This creates space, lightness, and possibility. And that's where your transformation lives. Step number 2, key element to a confident woman. She takes radical self-responsibility. Radical self-responsibility for herself, her life, and the results that are in it. This is where real empowerment begins. No one's coming to save you. And a confident woman knows that. She may not always like that, but she knows that. She knows her power lies in initiation, in leadership. No one's coming to do those dishes, right? We've got to make a statement. We've got to ask. We've got to delegate. No one's coming to validate the truth of your history and your experience. No one's coming to grant you that promotion. No one's coming to say, here's the business. Whatever the change is, she takes radical responsibility and knows it's her job. It's her duty. It's her responsibility to make it happen, to go after it. Ask, how have I created all the amazing and not so amazing things in my life, either consciously or unconsciously? This is a deep question that requires non-judgmental exploration in order to move forward and intentionally live. Own your worth. Forgive yourself. No one's coming to grant you forgiveness or to apologize. So the forgiveness that is needed is your own for you. And for what? For all that you're still carrying from the mistakes of others, from what was done to you, from the abuse you endured or the trauma, or maybe what you didn't get, the neglect, the abandonment, the lack of emotional support. Forgiving yourself and observing the beliefs that you formed about yourself and the world due to your past is vital in taking radical responsibility, because it involves you letting go of shame and blame. Okay, we can take responsibility. We can let go of over responsibility without shame and blame and criticism. Here's where you stop waiting and you start creating, doing, moving, leading, initiating. This is a huge part of being a confident woman. Every confident woman knows no one's coming to save her. That's her responsibility to be her own hero. Number 3, intentionally live. Intentional living. I've lived half my life. What do I want to do with the other half? Maybe you've lived a quarter of your life. What do you want to do with the other 3 quarters? Maybe you've lived 3 quarters. What do you want to do with the last quarter? This is a great question for you to really dive in and observe. Create what you want and desire. Start to go after the woman you want to become and not what the world expects of you. Who did you become to survive? Become the woman who you truly are. You're no longer in that survival, powerless state that you were back then. Be empowered. Take that radical responsibility and intentionally decide to use your skills, your gifts of power and leadership and voice to intentionally live. Know what your purpose, your vision, your core values are. Decide to protect fiercely a set of moral, guiding, ethical principles. Mine are truth, freedom, and love. They make every single decision that I make. And in a reflection process, when something, let's say, doesn't turn out the way you want, you get to go back and see, was I in alignment with those core values? And explore how you want to move forward from there. With clarity and intention, we can create a future aligned with our true selves. And being a confident woman involves clarity and intentionally living. Define your values, identify your core values, and align your actions accordingly. Embrace authenticity. Authentic living leads to deeper connections and personal fulfillment. By embracing who we truly are, by not silencing ourselves when we value our own thoughts and opinions and deem them worthy to be spoken out loud, we inspire others to do the same. Envision the life that you desire. What story do you want to tell moving forward? Something I do with clients on session 1 of my group is I guide them lovingly and mindfully to their eulogy. And this is very powerful. This really shows them in the present moment what's most important to them. I've done this myself. And interestingly, as much as I am on fire for my business and impacting the world, the thing that matters the most to me are my children and my family. So what does that look like in the here and now? That means me managing my mind when my 9-year-old wants to play with me and my mind is telling me that that's not productive. It actually involves me being more of an observer of my mind and being tuned into that part of me that knows and is aligned with her core values and what's important. Because oftentimes our minds that have no other intention than to keep us alive, right, aren't aligned with who we actually want to be and become more of. So this is an intentional process, but it can be done. And confident women know how to do this. Number 4, adopting a growth mindset is crucial as a confident woman. You're learning, growing, evolving until death. Must be willing. Must. It's not an option. To fail, to fall, to piss people off, to do it wrong, to not get it right or perfect, to be rejected. Viewing challenges and adversity as opportunities for growth. Reframing rejection as a redirection and feedback. Each setback is a setup for doing it better the next time. And confident women adopt a growth mindset. It may not be easy, but it is possible. Taking messy, imperfect action is better than being stuck in procrastination or making yourself small and taking no action. Being stuck, afraid of what they're going to say to you, confident woman is willing to be rejected. So the thing that's holding you back, a confident woman no longer allows that part of her to drive the car and make the decisions. She makes the decisions from a more solid, grounded place of confidence within her that knows she can handle the emotional outcome of the pursuit. She can handle a no, a ghost, a rejection, a failure, a course correction. And being a confident woman means adopting a growth mindset. You are more valuable because of your falls, your fails, your trauma, not less. This is a reframe. So many women are carrying shame for themselves, for their past, for their present, for things that they've done. I want to tell you and offer you a reframe that you're more valuable because of those mistakes and those fails. I'm here with you today, creating the business of my dreams and helping women, creating a ripple effect in the world that is beyond what I ever thought possible by coaching women to a place of empowerment. I am doing that because of this very concept that I just stated. I have done the work to shed the shame of my painful past, and I hope you deem yourself worthy of that journey as well, because seeing yourself as more valuable because of all the shit and trauma that has happened to you and all the mistakes is an amazing reframe that will empower you forward. Having your own back throughout this life is essential to being empowered and confident. And lastly, the 5th key to being a confident woman is emotional intelligence and mastery. The quality of your life is the quality of your emotions, by Tony Robbins. The quality of your life is the quality of your emotions. Regulating your uncomfortable emotions, being your own calm in your own storm, being able to breathe, center, and ground when you feel something uncomfortable in your body is a vital awareness and skill that every confident woman has. And if you're on the journey and you don't have it, you can learn these skills. Knowing how to hold and release them with love and compassion. Speaking back to that inner voice, to that inner critic, calming that critic down, bringing in another voice of encouragement, of sanity, of rationality, of what could go right when that part of your brain is going to worst possible case scenario. Or what else is possible here when that critic is going to black and white thinking, as our brains so often do. This all has to do with emotional regulation, creating an inner voice that serves you, that serves your confidence and your courage and your values moving forward. Our emotional well-being directly impacts our quality of life. Prioritizing self-care emphasizes the significance of self-worth in leading a fulfilling life. By valuing ourselves, we set the standard for how others treat us. How many of you are setting standards that you're not liking? People treat us the way we show up. That basically is it. Less than our words is how we're showing up and how we're being. So many women get upset. Nobody cares. Nobody helps me. But I've literally been that person saying that. And I've been told several times by exes and my own kids that I'm superwoman, right? You don't need help, Amy. You're superwoman, right? So I have portrayed that. And how many of us are very high functioning, very productive, very high achieving codependents, that we're achieving this value and worth, but we're like harboring resentment and anger for it. We need to be able to ask for help, to be able to delegate, to be able to be emotionally masterful enough to calm ourselves down when those stories are showing up in our body and make a new decision and a new pathway forward. That is everything. When you become less reactive and more responsive, you start to have better results in your life and better encounters with everyone else. Just imagine not only being the calm in your storm, but the calm in your child's storm, the calm in your boss's storm, the calm in your client's storm. That is everything right there. And confident women have this skill. Your kids need to see mommy taking care of herself, taking deep breaths when she gets flustered, announcing she needs a timeout to breathe, to regulate and come back to calm. Our children learn emotional regulation by how we are doing it, not by how we are saying to do it. So rather than tell your child to go take a deep breath, I want to encourage you instead to show your child, mommy's going to take a deep breath right now. Would you like to take one with me? And invite them with you, letting them know when their emotions are high that it's okay. There's nothing wrong with those emotions. And there are skills to regulate and hold them. These 5 keys that I've just shared: rewriting your story, taking radical responsibility, intentionally living, adopting a growth mindset, and mastering the skills of emotional intelligence aren't just concepts. These are practices lived day by day, breath by breath, by every confident woman out there. Each one unlocks a part of you that is already inside, waiting, not to be fixed because you're not broken, but to be remembered. So my invitation to you is to decide to know yourself, to honor yourself, and prioritize yourself. Decide to take that one step toward being the woman you were always meant to be. Because when you do, you don't just change your life, but the lives of those in your world. And the ripple effect goes on and on. I want to make an offer for you today. I'm launching the 9th round of Confidence Through Emotional Mastery. This is my group coaching program for purpose-driven women that want to build real confidence inside themselves, not just some fake performing confidence. If you're doubting yourself constantly, if you're freezing or procrastinating when it's time to take action, you're too worried about what everyone else is going to think or say about you, and if you feel like you have to figure it all out alone, the great news is that your emotions aren't the problem. they are actually the pathway to a deeper place of authenticity, confidence, and clarity that already lives inside you. These steps that I spoke about today are all encompassed in this beautiful, amazing, intentionally created, well thought out program, Confidence Through Emotional Mastery. This is 12 weeks. It starts July 10 and goes to September 25. It's a small group of women up to 10. We have group sessions, coursework, tools, and resources for life. You support your peers in a chat space. You get one-on-one chat support from me. And this round, I have special bonuses that I have not offered before. You get the Complete Confidence series, which is another program of mine that I have. You get that for life, as well as two. I usually offer one, but you get two one-to-one coaching sessions with me because this is a deeper process. And the women, round after round, love those one-on-one coaching sessions with me. I'm also offering for the first time ever, which is really special, a bonus integration month. This is a 3-month program. You're going to get an extra month, a bonus month that will include 2 group coaching calls and continued chat support with the group and myself. And if you're watching this, because I haven't officially launched and I am soon, and I'm not putting this in writing, but I'm telling you, if you're here with me and you're watching this, this is for you and you only. I'm not going to offer this again. I'm going to give you a $1,000 incentive for saying yes. So what you need to do is drop the word clarity below. And again, if you're with me, if you're my person, if you've been thinking about this, this is a one-day offer for today for you that's watching this. And I'm not going to be offering this crazy incentive again. Go ahead and drop the word clarity. You will have your free, no obligation clarity call where I will actually draw a map for you, relating these 5 steps to your specific problems, challenges, the things that are actually blocking your confidence. And I will show you what that would actually look like to be brought through this process with the other women. So if you're with me and if you've been interested, go ahead and drop the word clarity. And if you say yes, and I hope you do, you will qualify for this very special one-time only $1,000 incentive right now to come in. I've never offered a $1,000 incentive on this group, but I'm doing it today just for you because you're my person and I'm your person and you already know that. Like I said, when you say yes to yourself, you can't lose. I already know if you're getting on a call with me that when you say yes to yourself, that you're only winning. Because when you show up, do the work, there's no way you couldn't be transformed by the end of the 12 weeks. And I just want to speak to, these are the top 4 results. Here we go. Number 1, increase confidence and a strong belief in myself. You will stop hiding and start showing up authentically because you trust and believe in yourself as you are. That was the number 1 top result that almost all the women spoke to. Number 2, a deep level of healing from emotional wounds from their painful past. Most of the women said they made more progress here than in years of therapy. I got that feedback several times. You'll feel lighter and more at peace everywhere you go. Number 3, become your own calm in your emotionally trying and triggering life. Instead of staying stuck in stress and worry and doubt, you'll have the awareness and the toolbox of skills to be responsive versus reactive and calm yourself down and actually bring better results in your life and the lives of those around you. This is huge. And the last one was they get unstuck and they start moving forward. So they pave a pathway forward. They can start seeing what their next steps are. Whether it's starting something new, making a big decision, or having a difficult conversation, you'll take initiative and leadership with confidence and courage. No more waiting around because nobody's coming. You're writing your own permission slips from this moment on. You're not waiting around for someone else to give you permission to do or say or be. You just are. My first live ever, which I was still in coaching school. Remember, I gave myself the permission to do it. I was watching people and watching coaches go live and talk and teach. And I was like, I can't do that. Who am I? Who am I? And then I learned the concept of just do it. Just do it with courage. And I did. And in that moment, I decided to own an identity that I wasn't yet, that I was stepping into, and gave myself the permission to go live. And I'll never forget the live. I just gotten off a pro bono client and talked about how she had trouble saying no to her husband. And that was me writing my own permission slip before I was ready. So these are the results. These are the benefits that you're going to walk away with. And if this is speaking to you, again, just drop that word clarity and have that clarity call with me and qualify for these extra special bonuses and this very, very special 1,000, because once these 10 spots are filled, that's it, it's done. And I am going to be publicly launching very soon. Have an amazing day, everybody. Bye.